So, Marvel's Secret Invasion is finally airing on Disney+, and so far I am very excited to see what mind-blowing bombshells they'll drop in the show. From the secretive espionage to the underlying alien threat that could change the MCU as we know it, this show shows promise, with its theme reminiscing of like James Bond. Okay, for those of you that may not know, the basic premise is that there's this group of Skrulls. They're shape-shifting aliens from the comics and first introduced on the big screen in Captain Marvel. They can copy anything they choose down to the DNA that make up the person they're trying to copy, so it's incredibly difficult to figure out who is an imposter. This led myself and many others to speculate that one or more characters that we've come to love and grow close to after all these years will turn out to have been Skrulls this entire time. Now this is where the theory's going today. I think I know who will be revealed to be a Skrull, and when the imposter snuck in under our noses. So relax, pour yourself a nice cold drink of choice. We're jumping right into this theory. But first, you should like and subscribe. Come on, I know you want to, especially you. Yeah, you, on the couch there. The one who chose the bourbon when I told you to get the drink of choice. That's right, you alcoholic. I see you. Like the video. Subscribe. I'm in your walls. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. The plan for this channel is to have everything that doesn't go well on my gaming channel here. So you should go subscribe to that too. The link's in the description. Alright, on to the theory. Also, mild spoilers for episode 1. Alright, so with the threat of the Skrull Scourge, we need to be on the lookout for familiar characters acting out of character. You know, being real sus. Being real sussy bakas. I'm sorry for that. Okay, first, we have Nick Fury. Clearly, he's not going to be revealed as a Skrull. He's the main character. He's the one that needs to go through the growth necessary to drive the plot. He is shown to be directly against the Skrulls. It would not make sense to make him a Skrull. Besides, Marvel already pulled that card way back in Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't think they would do that twice. That's way too predictable. Thus, Fury is safe. Next, we got Maria Hill. You know, Fury's right hand. She's been around since the first Avengers film about 11 years ago at the time of this recording. That would be a devastating gut punch if she were a Skrull. But I don't think she is. First of all, she is also clearly against the Skrulls. You know, in the first episode, we see that. She is actively providing information to stop them. It would not make sense for her to be a Skrull in this case. You know what I mean? Besides, Marvel also did that Skrull fake out with her in Far From Home. So, again, wouldn't make sense. There's also a pretty damning piece of evidence to prove her innocence, but I won't spoil that little plot detail for anyone who hasn't seen the first episode yet, or any channels already talking about it. Alright, next up, we got Everett Ross. You know, played by Martin Freeman, you know, from Sherlock. Now, here are some spoilers in the episode. The heroes do come across a Skrull disguised as Ross. However, when the reveal happens, Maria Hill specifically describes the Skrull as, quote-unquote, Agent Ross's imposter. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that says that Ross is still alive and kicking, and this was just a one-time situation where the Skrull disguised himself to get the information needed, you know? If he was supposed to be a Skrull this whole time, the characters would have said something, or it would have been proven. Therefore, Ross is human. So, that leaves one more character that is going to be revealed to be a Skrull. That is none other than Talos. That's right, we will see him shapeshift by the end of the... What was that? He what? Ah. Well, it seems I am right. He is a Skrull. We already knew that, though. Alright. In all seriousness, there is one character who rubbed me the wrong way in this last episode. Rhodey. He shows up for like one scene. He talks to the president, he mentions that he can't track Fury and Hill, and that's it. Now, the world leaders all seem to be human. You know, they're already looking to put a stop to the Skrulls, and in the title sequence, it shows the White House, and it's still white amongst all the green, like, representation of the skulls. You know, it clearly is supposed to say that the world leaders are not influenced. But Rhodey, I think he is a Skrull. Like I said, he doesn't do much in this episode. You would think a character as big as he is would have more screen time. Well, red flag number 1. He's trying to track Fury. He's trying to keep his eyes on him, you know? Make sure he knows where all the people are that could pose a threat, perhaps. Red flag number 2. Making him a Skrull would absolutely be one of those narrative gut punch moments. You know, here we have this character, he's been around since the beginning. Like, if it turned out that he was really lying to us the entire time, that would be a huge revelation. And a show like this needs a moment like that. Red flag number 3, the most damning piece of evidence I have. Rhodey got recasted all the way back in Iron Man 2. Terrence Howard played Rhodey in Iron Man 1, but suddenly we see Don Cheadle from Iron Man 2 onwards. I think Marvel is going to canonize the recasting by making Don Cheadle's Rhodey a Skrull. You know, he's someone who got real close to Tony, someone who has a suit of armor. He doesn't need to be a super Skrull. He doesn't need to copy any superpowers. Rhodey never had powers, it was all the suit. Now, I know what you're thinking. What about the part in Civil War where Rhodey gets injured? Well, from what I can tell, Skrulls cannot heal broken bones. That's why he couldn't just get up right after the fall, you know? He can't heal himself. He can shapeshift, but healing, that's a whole different thing. I could be wrong, though. If I am wrong, though, and Skrulls can heal broken bones, then he just didn't. Because then, you know, immediately doing so would have blown his cover. You know, he best to act legit, best to keep the suspicion off of him. Because then you get a situation where you've got a Skrull undercover keeping tabs on everyone. You know, a Skrull that's best friends with Tony frickin' Stark. We got a Skrull keeping an eye on the Avengers and reporting back to his boss, being like, hey, the Avengers are still kicking around. Now's not the time to enact the plan. Hey, the Avengers just dropped a city, but they're all surviving, so let's not do anything yet. Hey, half of the Avengers just dusted away. Hello? Boss? Oh, you're gone too. Now's not the time. But now, the big power players in the Avengers are all gone. Captain America, retired. Who knows where he's at? Hulk, pretty much retired, chilling on an island, or going off to space. Tony, dead. Not much else to say about that. Thor, off-world. I don't think anyone has seen Thor lately except for the Asgardians. I'm just saying, if there was a Skrull within the Avengers that could keep tabs on them and send the messages back to his boss, now would be the perfect time to reveal themselves. So there you have it. I'm predicting that between Iron Man 1 and 2, the real Rhodey was killed or captured, and a Skrull has been replacing and replicating him this whole time. Probably to keep tabs on the Avengers, to let the Skrull in charge know when would be the perfect time to enact their attack. They had to wait until most of the Avengers were out of the picture. Alright, I hope you enjoyed the theory. Go check out my gaming channel. I'm in the process of reorganizing everything, but the plan is to upload as regularly as I can. You can also watch some of my other theories. I should have a few smaller theories up by now, and maybe a FNAF theory or two up. Anyway, catch you next time.